Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And congratulations to Star and You and to Frank and the Star and You team. It's a story as well of a company that's very close to me because Awesta, my girlfriend, also works with Star and You. So I've seen you guys grow over the last 3 years. This community is awesome. You guys are doing great things. And it's your 3rd year in existence, so congratulations to everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about the idea of dreams and mastering your dreams and how you make things happen in the universe, how you make things happen in the world. And yeah, let's just get started. So we all dream. We spend about 1/3 of our lives sleeping in a subconscious state. And we don't really understand what the nature of dreams are, what the purpose of our dreams are. It might be our unmanifested desires and wants. It might be our distorted memories. They might be visions of the future. Some cultures believe that by dreaming you can look into the future, or that you can look into the next world or different dimensions. The idea of dreams is very mystical, and we don't really understand why we do it. But it's very true that dreams are a part of being human. We spend most of our time dreaming. And I believe that we're always dreaming, not just in our sleeping state, in our subconscious state. We're dreaming in our waking life all the time. I'm dreaming right now. I'm dreaming about what's going to happen next month and next year to my life, to my company, to my future. I'm constantly dreaming and wanting and having an idea of the future. And that's what the dreams are for me. It's a very personal journey. So our dreams are a crucial part of our reality. And I think they represent our innermost wants, our desires, anything that you want to happen to you, all the positive things that you want for your life. That's what your dreams are about. And they're manifested in the things you do every day. Everything you say, everything you do, how you interact with people, these are all reflections of your inner dreams. And I think something very true about being human and being alive is that we are truly happy once we fulfill our dreams. Once we truly achieve our goals and we achieve whatever it is that we dream about and we think about late at night, that's when you get to be happy. And we're all trying to get there somehow. We're all trying to master that dream and achieve that goal. And yeah, so tonight I'm going to share some of my dreams with you. And it started when I was very young. I had a lot of big dreams when I was a little guy. I dreamed a lot about being a famous artist. I loved art and wanted to become an artist. I wanted to travel the galaxy and travel space and discover new planets and new worlds. I wanted to be invincible and I wanted to live forever. No one could touch me. I idolized superheroes and thought, I could do that someday. That would be awesome. And then when I got a bit older, I started to dream about different things. I dreamed about being totally free and being able to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted, with whoever I wanted. Absolute freedom to discover and explore the world. I dreamed about finding true love, a partner in life that's never going to leave me alone, and we're going to find a true commonality. And I dreamed about that person and how I could somehow find that person. I dreamed about owning my own business and being the master of my own destiny. This picture is from a long time ago, but I thought it would be awesome to have your own company, that you had no bosses, you could do whatever you wanted, you really are the master of your own destiny, and that was an attractive idea for me, and I dreamed about that. And on a very deep human level, I dreamed about changing the world, about helping people, millions of people in the developing world, and having an impact, a legacy that could live on after I died, something that could really be of real worth, something substantial that can change the world. I really desired that on a very deep level. And now we're here, and I can say that I haven't achieved all my dreams, and you never do. That is the nature of dreams. As soon as you think you get close to one, they evaporate and they evolve and they become the next dream. And you're constantly on that journey. But I'm happy to say that I have achieved some of my dreams. And along the way, I've learned some things. I've recognized some patterns, some techniques. And that's what I want to share with you tonight. What I believe is a strategy for following your heart and your dreams and being truly happy. So we're going to start here in this notion of making wishes and wishing for the future. I think we're all familiar with this scene. At your birthday, you wish out the candles, and you're not supposed to tell anyone about what you're wishing for, or else it's not going to come true, right? And the opposite of that is true. Dispel this whole birthday notion. It's totally wrong. If you want your dreams to come true, you have to tell people about them constantly and communicate them all the time, incessantly, obsessively, or else they will never come true.
Okay.
You have to communicate that all the time. There's an immense power in writing things down and making them real. Things are just in your mind until you actually put it down on a piece of paper, or you articulate it, or you say it to somebody. Until then it's worthless, it's meaningless. And there's an immense power in writing things that makes them real. You can touch it, you can read it, you can see it, and that's really when they become something of this world. And this is a statement that I have on my fridge every day. It's about my innermost desires. It's about my goals for the next year, for the next few years. It's very precise. It's about my metrics that I believe in very deeply. And that's in front of me every day. And I recommend that everybody does that. Have a deep thought about what you want in life and put it in front of you and look at it and meditate on it every day. If you can. I forget sometimes. But have it there. And this is a book that I wanted to share with everyone here. It's called Think and Grow Rich. It's a very old book, but it still has a lot of profound knowledge which is relevant today. And written by this guy, Napoleon Hill. And here are some of his ideas. To achieve anything, you need a burning desire. The source of anything in this world, any achievement, comes from an entrepreneur or a person that had a very, very deep desire. They were obsessed with something, and they just never stopped. All the time they kept going, pursuing something, going for it, suffering rejection, suffering failure, and just never giving up, and keep going. And that's what it takes to achieve your dream. And the secret is not that profound. If you want something bad enough, if you think about it long enough, when you wake up, when you go about your day, when you go to sleep, all the time, just think about it, it will come true. There is this mystical, freaky phenomenon. You can control the universe around you with your mind. You can think about something hard enough and long enough and strong enough, and it will come to you. And this is the secret that many people never really unlock, that they never discover. But it's something that I've had the luck and experience in my life. I've been able to make things happen just by thinking about them, just by willing them. And it took me a long time to understand that. But it's true. It really is true. And what Frank was saying about positivity is also true. You think about positive things, they will come to pass. But if you think about failure and negativity and how poor you are, that will come to pass as well. So you really have to maintain a positive mind state and constantly obsess about what you want, and it will come to you. And a bit related to my story, when I started Cambio Coffee, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any connections. It was really from nothing. And I wanted to go on this trip throughout South America and Central America to source coffee. And often I was on the road without a lot of money, without a lot of friends in the area, in the jungle, in the mountains, sleeping in unknown territories, and waking up every day thinking, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? Why am I here? Am I crazy? Why am I in this country that I've never been to before? And most of the time, I never had a big plan. I never thought I'd be in Shanghai one day and I'd have this nice logo and amazing staff. I was by myself and just thinking, I'm going to make something happen. But I wasn't quite sure how. But I had this desire, and my profound desire was to work with coffee farmers to improve their lives and to create a company that really created change in the world. And that's what drove me every day. And I just desired that on a very deep level. But I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to manifest, or where my journey would take me, or how I would end up getting money, or how I would end up in Shanghai. I just wanted it so badly, but without really knowing the whole plan, I just wanted that incessantly. So that was the first lesson. The second concept I want to share with you is about testing your dreams. To really, when you communicate it with somebody, you are sharing it. You are testing it. You're seeing if they like it. You're getting some feedback. You're getting reception about your dream. And this is incredibly important as an entrepreneur. This is the first computer developed by Steve Wozniak in his garage. And it's pretty ugly, right? It's, I think if you saw that today, you would throw it in the garbage or something. And he may have been insecure about it. He may have thought that it wasn't going to work. He may have had a lot of internal doubts about himself and about his product. But as soon as he and Steve Jobs put it out to the world, it eventually developed into a product, a Mac that we all have and use today, and is a beautiful concept, a beautiful design. Same with Instagram, which many of us use. In the beginning, it was just a website. They didn't have a product. They just had a website where you could sign up and say, I like this, I'm interested in this. They pretended that they had an app developed, but they didn't have anything developed. It was just a website. It was just a trick, sort of, to get people's feedback, to see if they liked what they were selling. And that's a concept that's very, very personal to me, and I believe a lot in. It's called Lean Startup. It's a book written by Eric Reyes, and it's about starting your company and the idea of prototyping your idea, your company. Whatever your dream is, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to somehow create a prototype, create a demo which you can show people and get their feedback on it. And basically the biggest lesson is that you need to communicate it with people and see what they think about it and get feedback. And when I was a barista in Boston without any money, trying to start my company, trying to find investors, trying to get to China somehow, I was doing the same stuff. I was trying to test my coffee company with anyone that I could meet. I was telling them about it. I made, this is my first coffee shop. It was a little piece of wood, and we painted it red, and we went to events, and we tried to meet people and get them to taste our coffee and ask them what they thought about it. And that was the essence of the Lean Startup Challenge. That was how I got my first initial feedback from customers, and I learned so much. And this takes a lot of bravery. People could drink your coffee and say, oh, that's shit, I hate it. Or they could say, I don't believe in you. We had people that didn't like our product. And you have to really learn to take that feedback, that negative feedback especially, that failure, and just overcome it and improve yourself and change your product until somebody liked it. And that's the next concept about failure. Failure is good for you. It's important to fail fast. And that's something you hear a lot in the entrepreneurship world. Fail fast. Test as much as you can. Talk to as many customers as you can. And get that negative feedback and fail. So then you can improve it through slight iterations. You can pivot and improve it so eventually it's a good product. But failure is something that's good for you. It makes you stronger. And once you get rejected, once people say no to you, enough times, you get used to that, and some people, you just ignore them. You brush your shoulders off, you keep going, you keep pursuing your dreams no matter what. Of course, you need to be receptive to your audience and to your customers. You need to change your product. If everybody tells you that your product sucks, you're doing something wrong. You need to change it a little bit. You need to change your dream somehow, right? You need to improve your dream. So the next lesson is that a dream is never the same way as the first time you dream something, it's never, this is my first coffee product, my bag. I drew it myself. I thought it's going to be very Latin American. We're going to have animals and stuff. This was about 5 years ago. And this is the product today. Totally different look, totally different vibe. So what I first thought about Cambio Coffee, my dream, was totally different than what it is today. So the major lesson here is that it's never going to be like you dreamed the first time. Your dream is going to evolve, it's going to change, and it's going to eventually it'll improve over time. And one of the final lessons I want to share with you guys is that no man is an island. Anything that you do is worthless until you communicate it to somebody and they see value in it. You only have worth in this world if somebody else likes what you're saying, likes what you're doing. If you can inspire them with your idea, with your speech, with your product, only then will it have actual value in this world. So it's very important that we are communicative with each other, that we can speak to each other, that we're sociable with each other, This is the essence of society and the essence of value and entrepreneurship. And there's a lot of theory about how to influence people, how to win friends, how to find investors, how to find business partners. We're constantly searching for people in our network to help us, to work with. And we try to develop techniques about how to relate to others and work with others. And this is a quote from Dale Carnegie, who was a steel tycoon, and he had a lot of profound things to say about influencing people. The world is full of people who are grabbing and self-seeking. So the rare individual who unselfishly tries to serve others has enormous advantage. That's a very true statement, I think. Everyone is trying to get things for themselves. Everyone, on some level, is self-interested and wants to get ahead of everybody else. But if you cannot form a successful collaboration with that mind state, you have to somehow create a win-win with somebody. Your dream has to somehow encompass others and inspire others and empower others. That is very, very important. You cannot take advantage of others. You cannot exploit them. You cannot cheat them. And that's not a long-term strategy. You really have to create a collaborative strategy. And for me, that's really what's been crucial to our success as a company, is how we collaborate with other people. This idea of win-win is crucial to anything that we do in life, on a business level, but also on a personal level. The way that we find our partners, the people that we love. Relationships are a compromise. Love is the art of compromise. Business is the art of compromise. You get something out of this, I get something out of this, and eventually there's a win-win, right? We both are kind of happy, but one person's not totally, happy and empowered over the other. You're always going to lose a little bit. That's also very important. When you make a deal with somebody, when you have a relationship with somebody, when you have a business partnership with somebody, you're going to lose a little bit. And you have to be comfortable with that fact. You're going to compromise your goals to make this a win-win. And I think that's at the core of good friendships and business partnerships. And it also relates to this concept of your original dream is never going to manifest itself how you thought. It's always going to be a slight compromised version. Your dream is going to evolve as you work with others, but you have to work with others, or it has no value in this world, because we're social creatures. But I think if we do this over and over again, and we create good relationships and good compromises with people, eventually you'll have a network, and eventually you'll have a following, and eventually you will have power to influence the world and to make your dream come true. But for any dream to become a reality, you need to inspire others with it. That's the crucial lesson that I've learned. And finally, the last message I want to share with you guys is to dream very, very big. Big dreams are easier to achieve than small goals. So take that dance lesson with an experienced teacher rather than just do a little two-step at the party, right? Go on a vacation, move to Europe. Move to Europe instead of Suzhou, right? Take a big risk. You only live once. This really is our one life as far as we know. And don't waste it. Take risks. Think deeply about who you are as a person and what you want in life, and go for it. Don't work that boring job that you hate. Go for your startup and really, really go think about that deeply and obsess over it and fight for it as hard as you can. Thank you.